There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. My baby goes that night and stays till the morning comes.
Hey.
Hi.
Well, howdy.
Yeah.
Did I do it right?
This
Cowboy?
is a table of sexy
No.
motherfuckers here
It is,
tonight.
isn't it?
You know what? That's a really good observation.
Yeah. It's just sitting here, you know.
But here,
So volleyball's pretty much over. There's not a lot of action here anymore, and it's our first time here without the volleyball action. I'm a little sad.
True.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's
Yep.
disheartening, but
Yep. I mean, we're September.
so now I'm stuck staring at you mothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
do you remember though last year, volleyball went into cold season?
Yeah, there's some stragglers, but it's not.
I know.
It's
Oh,
not
don't
the-
don't get me wrong. It's not as cram packed as it is.
They don't
as
dress.
it
They
was.
don't dress the same.
No, and they start to wear sweatpants. I don't like
Yeah.
Sadly.
Jordan doesn't like the sweatpants.
Got to use your imagination a little more. It sucks.
that. You do.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I think people are using context clues here, but we are at Alehouse.
Yes.
We are. Yes.
Yes.
That's what we
Unless
do.
anybody else is doing volleyball in September, I don't know. But
I don't know.
so
We have a lot of fun here. This is
No, Wisconsin does volleyball all the way into the winter.
that's
Yeah.
true. In a
Yeah,
big
but-
old like
Indoor
scary tent.
Indoor scary tent volleyball. It was kind of
yeah, but
weird.
they're weird anyway.
Well,
Well,
they're
yeah.
all hopped up on cheese and whatnot.
That's true. If you have a belly full of cheese, it keeps you warm.
It does. It does.
Yeah. So we have four of us, and we also have one Mr. Griswold joining us on the show today.
The
What's up, Clark?
Griswold.
Hello.
How are you, buddy?
Doing good.
Good.
I seen you earlier sipping on some little dragon there.
Yes, of course.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Dragon's
When you
Milk's
got-
always good.
When you got very little money, you go for the high.
Yeah, you go for the high.
Oh, well,
there's
if you
not
want-
much higher than that.
I think it's funny he goes back to Dragon's Milk because that's the craft beer that taught Griswold his lesson of craft beer. He's like, he just got into craft beer. He's like, I'm going to sit down and drink 7 freaking Dragon's Milks because
It
it's
was
good.
It was more than that. I just lost count at 7.
Actually, there's they do have a bottle of they have bottled Evil Czech Stalin 64 wax cap
Yeah,
back there. That's really good too.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot
that's
more.
expensive.
Yeah, it's a lot more expensive, but it is even more alcohol.
they only serve it to you half a bottle at a time.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Even us?
Well,
Yeah.
no, not us.
Oh, okay.
But we would still,
Privileged.
we might get the whole bottle for half
Hashtag.
price, maybe something like that. I don't know.
Probably not.
Say, hey,
Probably
can,
depends on how
say,
much
hey,
it
can
is.
we sample that really expensive bottle of of beer, please?
Evil Check. Speaking of Evil Check, Hunter, what the hell you got?
I am drinking.
See what I did there?
Hold on.
That is cloudy.
Hold on. We'll have to do that again. It's the nefarious what? Shit, I
Nefarious
can't remember.
I was just called
Hold on.
Nefarious
It's the Nefarious Harbor.
Harbor. That's
There
it.
you go.
Nefarious Harbor.
Yeah. So I'm actually drinking the Evil Czech Nefarious Harbor.
It is. It's got a nice haze to it.
It does. It's really cloudy, but
Unfiltered.
it is unfiltered.
I
But
think it's a NEPA.
Yeah. I believe you're right, sir.
Yeah.
Delicious. I actually really like this.
This is a style I'm really coming to love. It could be a session IPA if you want, or you could call it a walkabout. But to me, it's a. I mean, I could drink a ton of it. I mean, you could start out at breakfast time with that
You could.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
easily.
Yeah, it's got a little bit of that sweetness up front,
Yeah.
but that finish, you kind of get a little bit of the hops, but it's not as hoppy as your traditional
It's not
like, West
hop
Coast
forward, no,
IPAs.
yep.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
What throws people off and they can't visually see it though, it will come out as a cloudy beer. Being unfiltered means it's going to be cloudy. It looks it
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't look clean.
Oh yeah, it's really creepy looking.
It's
Let's be honest.
muddy.
Yeah.
It's muddy, but it's delicious. So don't
Oh,
be
it's
thrown
great.
off if you order one.
I mean, it looks like fresh squeezed grapefruit juice.
Yeah. No,
I
that's
mean-
actually a really good description of that. It really does.
Yeah, they're really nasty looking. Let's be honest, but man, they're fantastic.
Yep.
There's not very many out there that I don't like right now.
Right.
It's a new style, so I think I'm kind of going head first into it, maybe.
Sure.
And I'm like, give me whatever you got. But Evil Check does a solid job of it.
Yeah. Hey, this is my first one.
Yeah?
My first NEPA.
Yeah?
Very impressed. For a guy
Yeah.
that is not an IPA guy, it was kind of out on a limb giving this one a
Yeah.
shot. And dude, I'm in. It's really good. Really good.
Yeah, if you think of the IPAs they have, they got Static Chipmunk, and they had one other one, right? The
Evil Chipmunk.
Evil Chipmunk, yeah.
There you go.
They're both pretty solid,
Yeah.
but they're not overly hopped either. They're still pretty balanced.
And that's what I think Evil Czech's known for. None of their beers are very. It's like their stouts aren't very stout forward. They're very well balanced beers. I think they're just very well done beers. I never once have had a beer there where I was kicked in the teeth by a certain flavor or whatever. There was that coconut one, wasn't there?
I don't know if it was a coconut.
No. What
the
was that?
Patton. I think it was the Patton.
No, what was that? What was that sour beer we got there that night?
Ooh, I don't know. That's been a while ago. I've had a lot of beers since then.
Remember?
Yeah, I'll double check. But I know that
what
they had
was
one that
that?
was a little off.
Ooh, I forgot all about it. It was something in salt.
Yeah. Might have been more of a Goza, too, I think.
And it
which
may
you
have
didn't
been.
like, yeah.
It may have.
We'll
Anyway,
double check.
That was the
But-
only beer from them. I was like, huh, what is this? But,
Hey, you got to throw them out there and see if they stick.
oh, you absolutely do. And that one, well, actually, the funny thing was people kept talking about how much they loved it.
Right.
Because we finally heard that, oh, they got one here. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I got to go get Pat one. And so everybody's raving about it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? yeah, this is fucking awesome. Yeah. What happened?
Well, that's the great thing. I mean, we all have those different palates and everything. We all have the ones that we like, things that, kind of keep us in craft beer and trying the different stuff.
Yeah.
The sour, that's not my thing.
No, it's not me either.
Yeah, it's just I haven't had one that I was like, oh, I've got to have more of that. It's always been one and
No.
done,
Yeah.
to be honest with
Oh,
you. It really
yeah.
has.
Yeah, and I'm usually less than that.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yep.
But, I mean, 'tis the season. We're fall is upon us, and so we all know what that means. Pumpkin beer season.
Pumpkin time.
You know?
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
We got to get up to Guardian. I want to see if they're going to do their pumpkin beer like they did that sugar cream pie beer.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because they
They
do the
throw the
actual
whole-
crust and everything. Yeah.
They just throw the whole pie in it.
One,
that was amazing, dude. That was delicious.
Hi-oh. This is Alehouse. Scorpion Venom, you know where we're at.
Yes.
But there is one I'm really excited to get you guys down to. I'm not a cider fan, and I am a huge oak and barrel fan. In Indiana, I don't think you, outside of Jonathan Mullins there at Broader Brew Pub, I don't think you get anything more classic than in Indiana beer than oak and barrel for my money.
All right.
But they've got it's called Apple Buzz. It's really not cidery. It's it tastes like you're drinking apple cider, and it will knock
But
you
it's
on.
not cidery.
No. Well, I mean, no. Like typical cider beers to me, you end up getting that sourness. Apple cider is usually really sweet to me.
Jordan, funny faces
This
don't
will,
work on a radio
No,
show.
it doesn't. You
have
should you should actually air quote that too.
Trademark blind.
I just want to go back to this exact quote. So they have this great cider beer, but it's not very cidery. It just tastes like apple cider.
Yeah, I thought we all got that concept. Yeah, no. Anyway,
Anybody else lost? Okay.
Anyway, it's amazing.
So-
and we need to get people will line up for this, and I'm not kidding you. It'll be sold out in a day.
So Griswold jumped up from the show, and Roberto joined us.
Fashionably late as always, but you know,
Still sexy as hell.
that's what I do, man. That's how I rock it. You know, it's not so much about the beer drinking; it's about turning you on. And boy, do I! As I remember from a while back when you were on stage and you were singing this wonderful song,
Kumbaya.
and I swear you were looking into my eyes
I
when
was.
you sang it.
There was a point there. Yeah.
It was great.
And it's right at the point where I was thrusting a bit.
Yeah, it's funny enough. The camera was actually focused on your crotch, so hey, you know,
Hey,
you do what you
Roberto,
gotta do.
since it's like mid-September now, back in August, you weren't at this particular show, and I forgot to tell you this, but it was pretty funny. You actually missed us singing a cappella.
What? When was this?
It was right after that.
Yeah, it was right after
Was
that
it
show.
really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing a commercial for Whitestown.
Yep. Whitestown.
WhitestownBrewFest.com.
Holy shit! I got
It went something like that.
write that down
Yep.
in case we got to do it later.
No, we just sampled that again.
Nice. Well played.
Well, the Brewfest is over, but it was still fun to do. So
Yeah.
yeah, that was a great Brewfest.
I like that we still have the queue.
that in Noblesville. I liked it in the season.
I always love Noblesville in the season. That's a fantastic show.
Well, Whiteland we didn't do last year. We did this year, which is great.
Whitestown.
And then
Whitestown.
Whitestown,
There we go.
Whitestown, and then Noblesville Brewfest is always it's like the end of the season feel to it.
Yeah.
Because there's like what
200.
3,000 freaking breweries. At
I
all
know.
the pla-
Well, being
plus-
right there in the Indiana tent is always the best because everybody's right there. Like our friends are like hands reach. You know, we got Brian handing us beer here. We got you know Dan handing us beer here. We got Flicks handing us beer here. It's crazy.
Well, it's really funny because we got Taxman at the beginning of the year, which I love, and then you have Noblesville Brewfest, which is rounding it out. But they are both the two biggest shows of the season.
Mhm.
I feel like.
Yeah, I would agree. Yeah, Noblesville just always impressive, man. How many samples and stuff they have there? 200 samples. I think they might have the most samples of any Brewfest.
Is that all we drank last year?
200? Well, I mean,
I don't think
200
we hit.
different samples.
Oh, okay, fair enough. There we go.
I don't.
I could have swore it was closer to 600.
I don't actually remember.
Sometimes the
I'll
problem,
cost-
when you
lost
double
count
up
after
and triple up,
220.
it kind of seems that way.
you know, and Roberto and I are talking at one of our previous events this year too, the one with William Hung. It's nice to be a pig because you don't get a sample glass. They usually give you a pint and say, here you go, and then they fill it all the way up.
That actually may have been really bad for Cowboy. I don't know.
Like I said, the membership has its privileges.
I think it worked out well for you. You were you
oh,
were a
yeah.
little tipsy at that one,
Yeah, a little.
but you did a phenomenal job seeing against William Hung. We were
thank
all
you.
impressed.
Yeah, I'm just happy he didn't win. That's all that mattered.
Yeah.
And that video has gotten so many views.
Has it really?
It's amazing. Yeah.
But it's
haven't
only
looked
got
at
like
it.
3 likes, which is weird.
2 shares, one was.
Yeah, that's
like,
because everything
like,
else is hearted.
That's true.
Yeah.
Good point. Good
well
point.
played, well played.
Oh, he got you on that one.
Well,
Yeah, there's
I mean, we are.
there's emoji things.
Aha,
now, so.
sucker. We do have a beer in front of us though, guys.
We do.
It's a Taxman Tax Mango. This was we were told we had to try it by one Clark Griswold,
Mr. Griswold.
mainly because he didn't want to try it and buy a 6-pack and have to sit on a whole 5 other cans. But that's beside the point.
Well, mango ones are always little. Yeah,
I don't.
be careful with them.
I don't mind it. It's
Is this gonna like
I'm not a
skew
huge
my?
mango fan, but that's
not bad.
actually not overpowering at all.
I get almost no mango out of that.
Exactly. You get a lot of that Belgian out of it that we're used to from Taxman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that
It's
mango is very almost secondary.
Are
in
we
a way.
getting this at the end of the season, being fall?
I don't know. Is there a season for the mango?
I don't know.
Most of the fruit beers will start to dissipate now because the pumpkin beers will come out. So
I mean, this is-
it's kind of like get it while they got it.
And I get no mango out of this.
I don't either, and
I
it's
get a
Good
little bit
mango.
up front. I mean, but it's just a hint.
I mean, it's
not-
good, clean
it's not
beer.
much.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's a,
no,
it's
I'm
a
good
clean
with it.
beer.
I was gonna say nothing against Taxman. It's super light though. This would be a transitional beer for somebody, I think, because you got that hint of sweetness, a little bit of
Right.
mango flavor, and it's super light.
5.0 and 22 IBUs, which 22 IBUs makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, 5.0 is pretty low though.
I'm curious.
Well, it's
what-
actually higher than what I thought it was going to be.
I'm
Yeah,
curious the
based
hop
off- taste.
I'm curious the hops they're using though. I'm surprised because I can taste a bit of hop there with just being 22.
You tasted a hop.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah. I
Now,
got,
the
I got
last
the,
Taxman.
You got
got
the
the
one
bitter.
hop that was in it.
I got the bitter.
Yeah.
I got a lot of bitter on the front.
You got it.
in the center of my stomach.
Taxman
tongue.
also did the Mexican stuff we
Cake
were
beer.
drinking at the
Mexican
backyard.
chocolate cake.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
all right,
Oh, yeah.
cool.
Oh,
I
I
had a
got
Mexican wedding cake. That was good shit.
This is actually
Mexican chocolate
That was
cake
intense.
or whatever. Yeah, it's I still got
intense.
4 bottles.
It's not like I wouldn't
What's in the
drink
fall
this.
now? You got one.
I would drink this because I don't taste overpowering mango.
But and it's not like I wouldn't buy this again. But at the same time,
I'll drink Clark's.
Isn't
Yeah?
isn't mango kind of a Mexican fruit anyway?
No, that would be home Polynesian.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Yeah.
wow,
It's not. I was being serious though.
No.
No.
whatever Trump's army.
I wasn't being a dick. I was asking. You know.
You're profiling.
And
profiling.
and he looked exactly at the Mexican and asked that
I
question.
mean, yeah.
Isn't this a Mexican fruit?
Yeah.
I did. Fuck you guys. I eat
mean-
grapes. I'm white.
Wait a minute, time out.
Get on your side of the wall.
Time out. We probably should have quit talking about this. He may be like not president anymore. Just by the time this airs,
may not be alive by the time this airs.
digress. Let's not do politics.
No.
I just want to have fun with
avoid
it.
that.
Not a place for it.
Yeah.
But I get no mango off this whatsoever.
No mango. It's light. Belgian.
But I could.
It's
I honestly don't think I mean, I've had mango, but a lot of times it's usually just the dried candied mango. So, what I consider mango taste is probably a little different. I don't usually eat like fresh mango, so I probably couldn't judge. A whole
Mango
lot of
is
that.
usually sickening sweet when added to something.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They just I don't know what they do to that poor fruit, but they like intensify it 20 times before they put it into a beverage or something. And
It's like an ultra sweet
it's like
peach.
syrup. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't get that from this. I do get a little bit of a hint that mango, but it's really brief. And then that Belgian, just really kind of.
I'm guessing what they did here was use real mango fruit and not use an extract.
Oh, I guarantee
I
it.
would hope
That's
so.
probably the biggest difference because when you start using extracts,
It's Taxman, so I guarantee they didn't.
yep. Taxman is solid, man, solid.
They
We
do
got
it right.
I mean, I would drink a 6-pack of this cutting grass every.
I haven't had a bad Taxman.
No, there really isn't.
only 8 months to tax day.
Hey-o.
Yeah, I'm
I
telling you.
I like your math there.
Yeah, I use my hand
I know,
to
I
count it
noticed.
out. Did you see that?
Math is hard.
October,
What's
November, December,
numbers
January,
and
February,
stuff?
March, April, May. 8 months.
So what else is coming up? What are you guys looking forward to here in the fall after the
Well, I think we
kind of
all,
our festival season?
I think
kinda
we all know
winds
what
down?
Jordan's looking forward to.
What is Jordan looking forward to?
Halloween.
Absolutely.
Very
I thought you
true.
were going to say the return of the CW, but
No, fuck you.
Well, he's looking forward to that too.
I am very
that
much
what-
looking forward to that, yes.
Jordan's
My shows
tired
are
of-
starting up like this
I
week.
was trying to avoid
Pretty
talking
exciting.
about that, to be honest.
But yes, Halloween's coming up. My favorite holiday by far.
Are you are you doing another haunted house this year?
Well, that
Or is it
depends
getting
on
too
because
old?
my wife. No, I'm not getting too old. My wife moved her office down there. I may have to boot her upstairs for a couple weeks though, because I have a hard time not doing it.
A couple
True.
weeks, more like a couple months.
And I'm not allowed to start decorating until October 1st.
Yeah, but when do you take decorations down?
January 1st.
No, I have to. I have to have them down by the week after. That's the rule.
That's the rule.
November 3rd.
October 1st to November 7th is all I'm
Okay,
allotted.
but what I'm getting at is you're more borderline closer to 2 months than you are 2 weeks.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe true. Maybe true. But it's fun, man. I sit in there
Oh, I
in,
love
in my
getting-
homemade
yeah.
haunted house and watch horror movies and
Well, it's a lot of fun getting drunk and scaring little kids.
Well, just,
Yeah,
just do it in the
absolutely.
garage this time then. Just do it
Yeah.
in the garage.
no, there's not any room in the garage.
You gotta do some type of homage to
Oh,
like
come
Pennywise
on.
this year, man. Now that it's coming
Yes.
out, that's got
Speaking of which,
you gotta,
yes.
do, you gotta do some
Awesome.
clown stuff.
Is anybody stupid excited for it or
Oh,
what?
hell yeah.
Hello.
Yeah, I mean it's one of my childhood horror movies that I was always into.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a classic. I love it. And
I'm not sure. I'm not
no?
sure if I'm excited on it.
Man, I'm telling you what. Watching the previews, I am stoked.
Should we make that a blind pig trip?
Flicks?
Sure.
Yeah.
Live
I like
podcast
it.
from it? Sure.
Well, I don't know that we can podcast during the movie.
Sure.
Last time
We could podcast before and after, though.
Last time we podcasted at a movie, we got in trouble because the bear ate the dude.
Yeah,
Well, that was a little different.
I absolutely think this needs to happen.
I do, too.
We're putting Jordan in charge of this.
All right, I'll make it happen.
Cool.
Hunter, you be down for broadcasting live from Flicks for the It movie?
Yes.
Is it a movie or is it a? Wow, your voice got really effeminate there for a minute.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Is it a movie?
I thought it was
Well, I was trying to elbow him, and I
I
accidentally punched him in the nuts under the table.
Well, no,
so
the original was like a 3 or 4 part whatever miniseries. It
It's
was
about
on
3
TV.
hours long.
It wasn't
Yeah.
a movie,
Yeah, this one's gonna be a movie.
is it? So
Talks
just
about
2
this.
hours?
It's actually supposed to be a trilogy, so this is going to be part
Oh, it's
this just takes place back when the kids are little.
correct.
that means you got to wait 2 more years for another one and 2 more years for another one after
You know
that.
what? Done right. It works, man.
I'm not all that excited now. Even more.
Well, it's hard to get you excited.
No, it's not.
Yeah, he's true. It's not.
This is true.
No, it's
I-
not.
I
Not at all.
disagree. Ask that.
JCPenney catalog. And you're
Ask
good
that,
to go.
So-
ask that lady up in Wisconsin. She was trying. She was throwing everything at you, and that didn't work.
No, not at all.
How about them Colts?
Ladies and gentlemen,
Well, we can't say that they're doing
Sarah.
good or bad, but I mean, we would say they're doing bad. Yeah. I wish they'd do better.
we got a rotating cast today. Just keep kicking people off and new people coming on. Hi, Sarah. How's
Hey.
it going?
It's great. Thanks for asking.
Are you enjoying this beautiful fall season we're having?
I love the fall. It's like my most favorite season, which everybody says, but I really mean it. Like, I really mean it.
I don't mind. It's nice to see a new season.
I mean, you do seem pretty basic. So pumpkin spice lattes and everything.
Basic bitch. I'm a basic bitch. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Do you enjoy your pumpkin beers?
I do.
Do you?
Basic.
Well, I mean, there are some that I like, and there are some that I don't. My favorite is by Quaffon. Big Woods. It used to be Big Woods, but then they separated, and
Do they
that's
do that
Quaffon.
anymore?
Yeah.
Do they do their pumpkin anymore?
Yes.
I thought they
it's-
quit doing it when they
No.
went quaff on officially.
No, they just called it something different, but it is amazing.
Really?
Yeah,
I
it's my
thought they
most
did away
favorite
with it.
pumpkin beer. It's amazing.
Have you had a Spooky Tooth?
No. Who's that by?
Fatheads.
No. Well, actually, yeah, I have. I just didn't know the name of it. Union Jack.
Yeah.
Down in Broad Ripple, they have a whole pumpkin beer fest.
No way.
Yeah, they do.
How the fuck do we not know this?
Yeah, it's all pumpkin beer though. So
sure I've seen it.
I mean, it's really good because if you like pumpkin beer, but then it's like you kind of need something in between. But
time out. This makes our quest for the perfect pumpkin beer every season way easier.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, this is fantastic.
Yes, you just go one and done. Stop shop.
This is
just
amazing.
Go there and
this
you
makes one episode, not 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
Southern Tier was our favorite last year.
Southern Tier was our favorite for like the past 3 years.
Southern Tier has a good one, but you really do need to try.
I've had
the
Big Woods.
You have?
Yes, it was fantastic.
Have you had it with the brown sugar, cinnamon sugar rim?
No.
It's very good.
No,
it's not a date set for this year's yet.
I don't put anything on my rim ever, so I've never had that.
There's also a fifth annual.
Why are you guys laughing?
There's also a annual
Depends who I'm
pumpkin
with.
cider and fall beer festival in up in Indianapolis as well.
Where at?
Damn it, guys! We just talked about how we were going to, how Noblesville Brewfest was the end of our season.
Not anymore.
And now y'all are planning us out for the fall season.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
For fuck's sake.
How are you guys not going to go to these? You guys can get
We
into
can't
these
hit
for
every
free.
festival. Yeah, but we can't hit every festival,
Well-
or we wouldn't be able to do any other regular shows.
So what?
Or I wouldn't be sober to go to my day job.
Free beer.
When did this
Sometimes.
happen?
Sometimes when I don't want to fall off an elevator.
No,
it's pretty
you're not going to fall off the elevator. Fall down it.
You just get
Oh,
the
no,
shaft.
You can fall off and then get stuck in between the elevator and then it drags you up the whole hoistway. That happens.
Hey.
That's terrifying.
Oh.
Can we? I have nightmares about these things, so can we please stop? I hate elevators. I cannot.
Elevator's safest place in the world.
No,
I'm being serious.
they're
Yep.
not
Oh,
the
yeah,
safest
they are.
place in the
When's
world.
last time there was an elevator accident?
It is safer out in that parking lot than
No,
an elevator.
No, you're more likely to get struck by a car that you're not a part of than you are to have an accident in an elevator.
Not if I'm standing next to my car.
Yes, you are. You're proven more susceptible.
You're stupid. Just,
No, I'm not.
Just,
I'm
just,
an
no.
elevator man that knows my facts.
He works on elevators.
He's an
You work
elevator.
on elevators?
Yes.
Yes, he knows.
Why else would I fall off an elevator?
Yeah. What,
God,
what do you
a
think we do in our
terrifying
off time?
What a terrifying job. What a
Oh, it's not bad.
They pays the
oh
bills.
my gosh, I'm so sorry.
That's why I drink so much. Anyway,
To
on top of
forget
that,
all the horrors that you see.
no,
with the
no,
elevators.
they're not
There was
scary.
only 1 foot at the bottom of the elevator shaft once.
Just the one time.
And I will say this: I found a pair of flip flops one time, a whole pair of flip flops in the bottom of an escalator. Don't know how it happened.
Interesting.
But
An
you-
escalator?
Usually, if things get into an escalator, they don't come out looking whole.
They're mangled.
Yo, yeah, bad.
That kid is on the escalator again.
I don't mean to wish the kid harm, but his parents should suffer that horrificable.
you
Go back and
horrific
watch
fate.
Mallrats, you fool.
My
So
sister
they'll know
tried
how to
to
better
go
manage
up.
their child.
My sister tried to go up an escalator one time, and it did not end up well for her because it was going down, and she was trying to go up
Yeah,
the down. It
Yeah.
did not end well for her.
I've
knees.
seen a Jimmy John's guy try to do that with a box full of Jimmy John's,
Jimmy John's.
and he face planted, and a step went into his skull. It was a lot of fun.
All right.
Okay, so anyway,
So he's no longer crazy fast or whatever the.
Oh no, he's not freaky fast.
Well, did he come or what?
My cousin Walter was on an escalator once.
He's freaky slow now. If you know what I mean.
He not delivering for Jimmy John's no more.
No, I doubt that.
Yikes.
And he did it. Like, he looked at us when we told him, hey, you probably shouldn't do that. And he looked at us like we're fucking stupid.
Yeah.
So, at the same time, I feel like he got what he deserved. Is that bad for me to say?
no,
Okay.
you're fully justified.
Do you work on escalators too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything that goes up and down,
Yeah, pretty much
that's
got
that's his forte.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, all right. Although technically an escalator never really becomes broken.
I like giving the
They
full
never
shaft.
really break.
An escalator?
They
Never
break
really
all
breaks.
the freaking time. Are you shitting me?
No.
Every
No,
time
they
I-
don't. They just turn into stairs.
Thank you.
That's true. Yeah.
My job's got its ups and downs.
Yeah.
How many more of these?
What a
can we do?
bump.
I can go on for days.
Zing! Woo! Look at that.
Aw.
So, all right, I think that's a great place to take a quick break and get another sample beer going, and
I think we need one, yeah.
come right back, and we'll be back at our first fall episode
Hopefully.
of
yeah.
Blind Pig Confession.
This is Brian Graham from 4-Day Ray on Blind Pig Confessions. We believe in the 3-day weekend.
We're not back yet. Hold on, Pat's slow.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, wait.
Pat still is slow.
We're back.
but we're back as well.
Wait a minute.
I like how Pat got the nice mic.
Oh yeah.
He
This
bought
mic
it.
stand. Look at that shit.
Oh, the
man.
mic stand?
Mic
Oh, no.
stand.
We just didn't have enough mic stands earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It brings it closer to my face.
You like it on your face.
He likes to sit back and relax.
And on that note, how you
Hey.
guys doing?
All
We're
right.
back.
Good.
Got another
Just,
beer in front of us, getting ready to go. We were talking about what fall stuff. What your,
Fall stuff, yeah.
you know,
I mean, it is fall, so
CW.
why wouldn't we? Why do you have to bring up CW?
Halloween.
I'm trying to avoid that subject at all costs, and you're bringing it up.
I don't know. I'm just.
I got rid of
I don't watch.
everything
I don't think I watch any of that
in my
anymore.
TV subscription. Like
Yeah?
I have basic cable and HBO just because it's.
I have that. Yeah.
I'm like,
I
I
have
don't
that.
watch TV. Like I don't have no use for it.
I have a Roku.
Well, I'm excited
is that?
because
I got rid of cable, like altogether, and just went internet, so I stream TV.
how you getting your regular TV channels on the
I-
Roku?
Well, there's a thing called Sling.
Oh, you pay for the Sling. Okay.
Yeah, it's
I
like
gotcha.
$5 or whatever it is,
I
and
thought it
you
was
get.
like $10.
I got one of those
Maybe, I don't
Amazon
know.
Fire Sticks as well.
Well, you
but
can
like
do
it's
that.
still like, oh, there's nothing I want to see. You know.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my Netflix subscription. You know,
I got my brothers.
I've got a Defender. You know, and I'm looking forward to, you know, lots of shows coming out. Although not on Netflix, but Inhumans is coming out. All my comic book stuff is going to be out again.
All
you
your
know, more.
CW stuff.
No CW. I don't watch the CW comic shows.
I do. Watch every single one of them. Fuck you guys.
Isn't that where Supergirl and Flash are on?
I don't watch Supergirl.
Supergirl sucks.
Well,
It's
you
horrible.
don't watch the Supergirl? I thought that was supposed to be
No.
great.
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I think I've watched 2 episodes, and they were the ones that Kevin Smith
What?
directed.
What is Gotham on?
Fox.
Yeah,
Fox.
Fox.
Proving once again the only nothing good is on CW.
No, pretty much.
Yeah, Gotham's good too. Gotham, Arrow, Flash, and the other one.
All on Netflix.
Supergirl.
No, not
No.
freaking
Actually,
Supergirl.
Gotham's not.
The one with
You
all
can
the
find like
Legends of
Traveler
Tomorrow.
People where
Yeah.
episodes
oh,
of the first
Legends
season.
of
That's
Tomorrow
it.
is horrible.
Really?
That is an
Yeah.
awful.
I watch it because it ties into the other two.
Yeah, but that's awful.
Again, but still, that's nothing I watch. so.
I keep wanting to give Gotham a chance, but I can't find anybody that's streaming it, so I'm like, whatever.
Netflix has it.
They have like the
No,
first
Netflix
4.
doesn't. I'm sorry.
No.
I end up watching it off of because I have whatever my Comcast or whatever subscription. I can watch it off Fox because I have a Comcast.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You can still watch it. You can still stream it
Oh, okay.
at least, so you can catch up. But it was okay. It's kind of going. I don't know. I'm hoping it gets up maybe a little better.
It got kind of good towards the end there.
It was all right. I
I
mean,
mean, the new Joker's not too shabby.
No, his laugh is pretty good. His
Joker Prodigy,
sadisticness is pretty
the
good.
staple face Joker.
Staple face Joker.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting back waiting for 2 years from now or whatever it is when Game of Thrones comes back on again. Like
No, I
It's
can't.
gonna be
wait.
2 more years.
something. It's something.
Well, no,
ridiculous.
it's coming
Like
back on
2000
next season. No,
I heard
Well,
it might not be out till 2019.
they just re-signed it,
Oh,
Maybe I should start
Well-
watching that because I haven't watched one
Oh.
episode.
Myself,
which
I
is
like-
amazing. You're
Really?
you're at
Yeah.
the best point in the world because you can watch all of them right now, and then catch back up.
Yep.
That's on HBO, right?
I would do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would
Fuck it.
definitely
I
do
think I
it.
might start it. I think I'll start
I'm
that
telling
today.
you, there's a lot of tits and ass at first.
So you can stream
Which
it all
would-
too.
I
which
mean,
will,
it pulls
yeah.
you in.
So
yeah, pulls you in.
Since you're paying for your cable subscription, you can stream all the back episodes on an app with
that's
your app
right.
and with an
Like
app and
HBO
stuff.
Go, yeah.
Yep. That's how I do it.
Yeah,
I'll tell you
that's-
what, the storyline, the visualness of the show,
It's solid.
dude, it's wow.
how many
It's
seasons
really
are we
cool.
into it?
We
932.
just got done with 7.
Yeah, 7.
7.
We're
so
in
that's
season 8 right now.
14 8 balls.
We'll get to next one coming out
3
will
bottles
be
of
8.
vodka. We should be fine.
Yeah, next Sunday you'll be done.
Done.
Yeah,
Start
you'll
now.
catch up.
I gotta go. So,
I got it.
I
gotta
just-
go.
Shit to do.
I just can't get into it, man. Everybody's like,
I'm telling you,
it's not my thing.
I'm not usually in fantasy series, but
No.
HBO's got me enthralled in Game of Thrones. So
Yep, I agree. That's not my forte either by
No.
any means. But
Oh,
Just
that's
the
my
storyline?
forte. But
well, then
I don't
what-
know why.
I mean,
I don't know.
You're like the one guy
Yeah.
who's into that type of stuff that doesn't watch Game
I
of Thrones.
love the people that are like, I haven't seen one episode of it.
like me.
Like me?
Well, no, and I don't ever plan on watching it.
No, I never
That's-
said that. I just haven't watched it yet.
No, I mean people are like so like, well, it's not a principle. I'm not going to watch it.
Well,
People
no,
say it's so
it's-
awesome.
That's
Hey,
just
cool.
stupid.
You're missing
Just give
out.
it a shot.
So that'd
I
be
mean,
like
yeah.
some asshole saying they won't give a show a chance just because it's on the
No,
CW,
no,
right?
time out.
That's
No.
different.
I've given them a shot and they sucked. That's the problem.
But you know what? You guys are missing the most important show coming back this fall.
Doctor Who?
No.
Damn.
Stranger Things.
No. Time out.
Huh?
Oh, I thought you were saying like we didn't want to watch it. No, I'm really excited about that.
I am excited about that one.
I am very excited
This is
about
the
it.
second season, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've seen half of the first one.
It's
Probably
very,
should
it's
check it out.
really
I
good.
gotta continue.
That was a fantastic series.
I have a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of free time on my hands, and I find myself just getting into trouble. So I need something to keep me busy.
to keep you busy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Game
man.
of Thrones would do that. Because
It-
you got
it
a lot
will
of
real
catching
quick,
up to
yeah.
do. It'll keep you out of
Stranger
trouble
Things,
for
you
a
only
while.
have like, what, 12 episodes or something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's
You can knock
that'll
that
keep
one
you
out
of
pretty
trouble
quick.
for
That's an
about 2
afternoon.
days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stranger Things was amazing. I love all the throwback references.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I
Reminded
don't
me
know
of my
if
childhood.
The
Oh,
plot
80s.
the plot line was pretty good, but I think the whole throwback to Ghostbusters,
nostalgia.
and
Yeah.
Goonies and stuff like that was really really cool
Yep.
to see. So
Yep.
We do have-
We do have. Yeah.
We got a beer. Go
I
for
see
it.
A new
beer.
one?
this is a wolf pup.
Wolf Pup.
Yeah,
Who makes Wolf Pup?
wolf pup.
Wolf Pup makes Wolf Pup.
Pup makes the wolf pup.
Yeah,
Oh.
wolf pup makes a wolf pup, but I can't remember the name.
But
of
it's
the
not a dire
It's
wolf.
on the list.
Hi-oh.
So
Game of Thrones reference. I
Yeah.
like what you did there.
Yeah, whatever. You tried.
No, he didn't
I
try. He did. Yeah,
I
yeah, that's
succeeded.
solid. Yeah. And I don't agree with Hunter very often, but that was pretty good.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
this is
Hey.
actually, no, it's Golden Road Wolf Pup Session IPA.
Oh,
So the brewery is Golden Road.
Yes.
I thought it was Wolf Pup was the.
No, it's
okay.
a Golden Road Wolf Pup.
It smells
Session.
amazing.
Out of
I will give
LA.
that.
It's an IPA, so but low ABV, but
It's an IPA out of
50
LA.
IBU. Yes, sir.
All right.
definitely get that citrus in the note there. I get
yeah,
a little
you
bit
do.
of that.
Wow, that's
Or decent
solid.
amount.
No, I really like that.
It's clean.
It smells like LA. It does.
So weed and dirty feet?
Pretty much.
Isn't that just a Sunday for you?
No.
You have a thing with feet, don't you?
Yes, he loves them.
Yeah, Cowboy's a toe-sucking son of a gun.
There's only two things in this world I hate: Canada and feet.
What's wrong with Canada? Oh my God, this tastes like feet.
Don't start the Canada conversation. Holy crap.
So it's interesting though. We were talking earlier about the NEPA. This one actually
This is
isn't
hardcore
really
West
hop-
Coast,
It
yeah.
is hardcore West Coast, but it's still not just kicking your ass with the hops though. It's
But-
a really balanced, but you definitely do pick up on those hops in that in that.
There's a really citrus forward hop
Yeah.
at the very front, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
doesn't last long. So I think it had to been done really late in boil. I think is what it was.
Right.
But
There's a bitterness to it though that like hits the roof of your mouth and just dries it right up though.
It does.
But
So there's
it's like-
definitely a
Yeah.
dry hop in there.
but it's gone real quick.
It is, but it definitely just like all the moisture's gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. But the flavor's there to back it up to where I don't hate it.
I don't hate it. It's
It's not the worst I've had.
of all the well-balanced IPAs I've had, it's definitely not in my top 10 or anything. You know, we drank Zombie Dust last time we were here, and you guys said, there's much better things out there. I think Zombie Dust actually is better than this one, but
I
So do
disagree.
I agree.
I would pick this over Zombie
I
Dust.
would not.
I would.
See,
In a heartbeat.
I still think Zombie Dust. I give it a little nod. I don't think this is that different. The thing I do like about it is very balanced, and it doesn't smack you in the mouth with the hops.
Right.
You know, it is a very balanced. You definitely get those hops and that citriness, like your citrus that you're talking about, but it doesn't. There's some of that'll just stick with you forever.
Yeah.
You know, this one doesn't do that. Like you said, it kind of goes away quick, and you know, it's definitely well balanced.
I think it's a solid beer. I'm kind of upset I'm finding this so late in the season.
I think compared to the Z Dust is like.
I like how
full,
you
a little bit.
gangstered up a little bit with
You know,
Z-Dust,
I got to, man.
You gotta
I
be
give-
hip.
It's a little bit fuller. This just seems, I don't know, like it's
Chewier?
lacking something. And
It's very light. I mean, it really is. I mean, it's
yeah, it's lighter than what I'm used to. I guess.
Mouth feel.
Yeah, yeah, and that dryness that kind of goes in and out. You know, it reminds me of another brewery that I'm not too fond of. So
Oh, yeah?
yeah.
Remind you of like a nice white Zinfandel or something.
I'm more of a Shiraz type of
Oh
guy.
yeah. I think Zinfandel I just made up.
no, I'm
No,
pretty
that's
sure
the
that's a
thing.
wine.
You know, Zinfandel's not a wine; it's actually an artist. You know that, right?
See, that's where I'm getting
You
at.
fucking idiot! Don't believe me, dude.
So we had those Zima back on an old show. Hold on.
Cowboy didn't.
Wow, this,
I did not drink
this went strange.
No,
Okay.
No. What I'm saying, you guys were talking about wine though, and I was realizing when I was having that, you throwing back to that, it tastes honestly like a crappy white Zin or something like that. Now, when I taste because we had the throwback Zimas, I think it was at Backyard
really
It
Shenanigans.
thought I
was
was making
backyard, but I
that
didn't have it. Yeah.
But I was drinking it, and I'm like,
Not getting that.
yeah, that tasted.
Wait a
a
minute,
lot
time
like
out. Did
white
you guys
Zin
drop
or
an
something
outlander
like-
in it?
No, I did not.
Well, you fucked up.
I thought it was a Jolly Rancher.
I was gonna say,
I think it's both.
well, he's
Yeah,
from
it's
Beach
good.
Grove. They use now and laters down there. 'Cause There's like 10 cents at the register.
That's all you can get.
Well,
We,
really, truly, we just bought NyQuil. And not even like name brand NyQuil. Is that off the brand?
CVS brand.
Yeah.
The wall quill.
Yeah.
That's
red,
close.
red quill and green
That's still
quill.
a little bit too high quality for us.
Yeah, this was red quill and green quill. That's all it was. Tastes like red, tastes like green. And other natural.
All right. So as I'm drinking this, I'm not going to retract my former statement, but I'm getting into it now. I guess it took me a while, so it's not bad. I still like Zombie Dust a little bit better, just because of the fullness. But this isn't too bad.
I think this hits on a whole lot of different characteristics. There's
True.
a citrus to it. There's a kind of lemony aftertaste that I'm getting, but it's really light. It's really refreshing. I'm really upset I'm finding this so late in the season.
I'm actually finding some of Brennan's horse blanket in here, and a little bit of the lemongrass to go with it. I kind of get that earthy.
I definitely get the lemongrass out of it.
Yeah.
I don't get as much of the horse blanket.
No,
I do. I get the strawish, dryish kind of flavor to it, and that's probably coming from the
I'm
hop,
going
really.
with more of the lemongrass.
Good.
Lemongrass is in there too, but yeah.
I think it's really good. I think it's really light. It's refreshing.
I don't hate it, and
It's
you know,
more-
hey, I'm
it's
not
more
an
of a
IPA.
summertime beer, though.
IBUs are a bit high for me, but
I could barbecue to this.
yeah,
Maybe that's our problem.
yeah.
It's we're getting into the fall where we're so starting to see our
We're
stouts and stuff
mindset
coming up. Yeah, our
different,
mindset is heading towards our stout and porter season
yes,
because that is almost upon us, gentlemen. Very, very close.
yes.
Stouts, porters, and pumpkin beers.
Yeah,
Light
we
stout
gotta,
and porter
I'm not
just
sure
walking
about the.
through.
I've still never had a good pumpkin beer.
Southern Tier.
I've still never had a good.
You didn't like
pumpkin beer.
Southern Tier's pumpkin
I
beer?
want
Solid.
to try. I want to try what if Guardian can do what they did with that
Ooh,
sugar cream
the
pie.
sugar cream pie beer.
And
yeah.
they do their they do the pumpkin pie, and it comes out with the same kind of beautiful flavor. and
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
I'm telling you,
It's,
Spooky Tooth tastes just like pumpkin pie. It's insane.
The problem is they're not. A lot of them aren't using like pumpkin in their beer. They're just using
Well, yeah, it's
nutmeg.
extra. Well, yeah.
They're
They're
literally
using the
they're putting
they're
nutmeg.
doing allspice and all the things that go in the pumpkin pie
Mm-hmm.
stuff. Which you know what I'm fine with. But Guardian, if they're dumping whole pumpkin pies in there, like they
Give it
did
a shot.
sugar cream pies. Yeah,
that
Roberto,
was
you didn't get to
amazing.
have one of those.
No, and I'm
They
not big
literally
on
dumped
pumpkin
the-
to begin with.
But these guys literally dumped the whole pie,
Sugar cream
crust
pies.
and all into the.
So they bake the motherfucking pie and just jump.
they have a
Partnership with
with-
Wix.
with Wix.
Have you ever had a
pies.
Wix sugar cream pie?
Holy crap!
No.
Good stuff.
Holy,
They're
that's
good.
an Indiana thing.
Yeah, it is. But
How do you know what about it, Pat?
what Wix?
He
Yeah.
is from Indiana
I am from
originally.
Indiana. I am a Hoosier.
Every time we bring up something like,
I'm from Florida.
I forget
I'm
some
from
of it.
Florida.
No, I said no.
Hey, Pat,
actually,
there's more than
correct.
corn in Indiana. What? I don't get
I
it.
did not say what when you guys said that. I knew exactly what you were talking about. I am an original
Duke
Hoosier.
tomato.
And I don't say I'm from
What?
Florida. I said I lived in Florida. I don't say I'm from Florida. That
Did-
place is horrible.
Bradford pears.
Oh, stop it.
Ba-doom.
I want to mention that a couple of weeks ago at freaking Jockey Box Hero, I did
A
not.
couple months ago.
Yeah, a couple months ago.
Oh, fucking
been a
shit.
while,
It's
man.
Been a while.
Yeah.
I've drank a lot. I did not go for the
He
easy
didn't.
out, and I looked at you, and you
I
knew where
know,
I was
I knew where
going.
you were going. I'm
So
like-
I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna fuck with Pat today. But months down the road, bitch, recognize.
You're mine.
Did
Those are
speaking
damn
of pumpkin
Bradford
beers, one I had last year. I don't know if anybody else had it with that flat 12. Did you
No,
have theirs?
I haven't had it last year. I had it a couple years ago.
Wasn't bad.
I think
wasn't
I
bad.
had it, yeah.
It was actually pretty well balanced. It wasn't overpowering, so it was actually a good drinking beer.
Taxman comes up with if they can do
I
something.
doubt they will ever do
A
a
Belgian
beer.
pumpkin.
I don't care.
Taxman stays true to their Belgian style.
I
They're-
agree.
A deduction, something with a little. I don't know. You know.
I don't know.
They
They
made
are
that Mexican cake pretty good.
They are trying a bunch of different
This
things
is
right now,
true.
but
The Mexican cake was
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Here's the thing: if they did, I'd try it.
oh, absolutely.
Just
We'll
on
try it,
principle.
yeah.
It's Taxman. I'm going to try it.
I'd like to see Briar Scratch attempt something like that. I bet Briar Scratch could pull that off. A good
Yeah.
pumpkin beer.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bear Hands does one, don't they?
Right.
remember
I think so. Yeah.
Didn't Brendan bring us down?
Might
Bear
have been
Hands?
last year. Yeah, it might have been last year. We had a
So-
had a very light pumpkin beer list last year.
Yeah, we
really.
didn't.
We didn't
Yeah,
really
we
do the
really need
search.
to delve into that a little bit better this
Well,
year.
there's a festival.
We have two.
I want to see if Mobcraft does one because they're the ones that do that user submission or whatever. I wonder
Mhm.
if they've done
Up in
something. that'd be-
Milwaukee.
Yeah. I wonder if they've done something. That'd be kind of cool to try.
Milwaukee.
That's gonna be a weekend trip at some point. We gotta go to Milwaukee because
We
there's
need to make that
so many damn breweries up there
I am
and
completely
distilleries, and there's so much to drink up there.
Yes.
It is like the land of free flowing booze.
And it's not that far.
No, it's 5 hours.
Yeah.
4.5.
We could do that.
5 hours.
Yeah.
Fires.
What was that like penguin accent thing?
That was my Indiana accent coming out.
That was your
It's all
Indiana
about fires.
By fires.
I was kind of hearing a penguin going on there.
That's what happens when y'all start making me do acapella.
Acapella.
If you could get a little fatter and a little shorter, you could pull off a penguin. You wouldn't even need a nose prosthetic or anything.
I fucking hate you right now.
It's funny you said that, and I went straight to the nose, too. I was looking at it, and I'm like, damn, motherfucker's good to go.
Be careful with the nose talk. Do you guys remember where this led at the Backyard Shenanigans episode
Shalom.
2, right? So,
damn it.
jeez.
No, but I got the reference.
Yes. No. Well, he gets that reference a lot.
I do.
It's-
I honestly.
It is a big schnoz.
Exactly. And people automatically, for some reason, think a big nose means you're of a certain faith, and I don't get it.
I
mean, I get it all the time, but I don't understand it.
What was that? What was that beer we were drinking?
No.
What was that called?
No.
Yes. What was it called?
The Juvenator or something like that?
Something. What was that?
It was.
It was by
what was it
Hebrew.
called?
It was by
Hebrew
a
brewery?
Jewish. Yeah.
Hebrew.
How
Hold
many?
on,
We've
hold
had
on.
a bunch
Do
of
you
their
know what it
beers,
is?
though.
Yes,
Yeah.
I know what it is.
What is it? What was it?
It was by Hebrew, and it was called the Rejuvenator.
The Rejuvenator.
Exactly. So they're doing it themselves, for the
Yes.
love of God. I mean, nothing we've said tonight is offensive.
No.
Which is funny though. We've actually had a bunch of their beers.
Hebrew actually makes some decent
They
beer.
do.
They got
Really
a
and
lot of
truly,
them.
yeah.
At Crown Liquors, usually got a big choice of them over there.
We need to do our acapella of blindpigconfessions.com.
there you go.
Blindpigconfessions.com.
We can do
Blind
that.
Pig
Let's try that.
Confession.
You know what? We're in the middle of a show. Let's do it.
Let's fucking
Let's
do
do
it.
Let's do it.
All right.
Blind
Pig
Confessions.
Confessions.com.
Okay.
I don't know, something like that.
Blindpigconfessions.com.
Yeah, some like jazzy radio.
kinda
What you
station.
got? What you got?
Yeah, I don't know. What the fuck?
No,
was
I mean,
that?
what we're going to say
Blindpigconfessions.com is the tag.
I think. I mean, you're part of
Blind
this
Pig
group. I think you would have figured that out by
Confessions.com.
now.
I don't know about that little high nose. More like Blind Pig Confessions.
No, I don't like it.
You don't like anything, bitch.
That's not true.
Stick to playing guitar.
So this episode, this episode's all about us practicing our new acapella fame, right? That's what
you
this
know.
episode is.
Yeah.
So it's blindpigconfessions.com.
Oh, look at you.
See,
Getting all
Roberto's
fancy.
not in. He's not feeling it.
Blindpigconfessions.com.
All right, let's go for it. Let's see how it comes out. Let's just try it.
Blindpigconfessions.com.
Oh, that's so ugly. It's not even funny.
Why are we all so deep?
All right,
I think
so
everybody went low.
Everybody went low.
This is like
I'll
Seven
go
Bridges
high.
Road. We got to figure out who's doing the high, mids,
We'll go
and lows
high.
here.
You two go low.
Okay.
All right.
mid,
Oh, shit. All right, ready?
Blindpigconfessions.com.
We got people staring at
Who's
us.
doing the high
That's a
end?
whole lot of fun. A guy in a pink shirt staring at us.
Who's doing the high? Who's doing the high end?
I
Is that
was,
you?
yeah.
Okay,
I-
I got you.
Cowboy and I did it.
Did you do your mids, Pat, or did you just skip on it?
Did you
I
do
just
our
said
mids
fuck
on
it.
Yeah,
I
let's.
said screw you guys.
We should probably quit this.
I thought it was funny.
Oh no, it was a blast.
I like that you tried. Yeah, you're trying to swing it up a little bit. I like it.
Blindpigconfessions.com.
There you go. There you go, Roberto.
No, that was horrible.
Roberto
Jazz
used
it
to
up.
build
Jazz
us
it
a
up. What you
jingle.
got?
Well, you can do it at home. Just record us. a
Come on,
jingle
Jess,
at
Jeff,
home.
man. Come on. Jess, Jeff.
Because I say I'm here with the blind pigs, and if you don't like my beer, you can suck my can.
There you go. That was bad.
I don't know about that one.
That was bad.
That's better than fucking Smiley saying.
I wish I would have heard that. I didn't even.
How
hear
did
it.
you
didn't
not
hear
hear
that?
that?
Watch the video. It's
wasn't
got
around.
like a
Yeah, watch the
1,000
Facebook video.
views right now.
We,
Oh,
yeah, we
it's
Facebook
stupid,
Live
man.
that.
With WZPL tag.
Why
did
did
it.
you? Why do you tell us?
No, because when you get a radio personality and you say there are no rules and you put a mic in front of them,
just say cock.
oh,
yeah.
they just start
But
going.
we were
They
Facebook
just start
living it.
venting because they can't do it on their show at all, so they just start venting completely.
He actually cut us a bumper. It just ended with
Oh, he did.
Why can't we?
Oh
Put
no, and leave that in there.
and leave that in there.
perfect. All right, that makes sense.
'Cause
Oh.
I was looking at him like, do we need to edit that out? No, leave that in there.
Nah. No, I agree.
Fuck 'em.
All right, that was
Yeah,
awesome.
It's gonna be interesting. That was an interesting show.
Oh.
So far we've done an acapella group. We've done an old school beatbox. What else is going to happen here?
Karaoke next, I guess.
Karaoke, I think we just
the
did
last
that.
time karaoke happened, Cowboy took his shirt off.
That was awesome.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, let's
That
not
was
talk-
sexy.
I knew I wasn't winning the competition, so I said, "Fuck it, let's do this."
There you go.
That was an
I mean,
interesting
you
night.
got to put yourself out there, and
Hey, I give 'em
you
props.
did what you had to do.
Which, by the way, I wrote a whole bio for that because they asked for a bio.
Really? And they didn't read any of it?
No, and I thought I had a really great bio intro to that because one of the questions was, "What's one thing you're really proud of?" And I said, I'm personally known for closing down 14 Shoney's in a tri-state area, and I thought that was a fantastic segment.
Yes.
That could have happened.
like
Oh, yeah.
They didn't bring that up whatsoever.
That's
The
all right.
judges were really, really shitty to you.
They were.
Well,
I
he-
really thought so too.
He
I was
called-
disappointed in that.
He called, was it Carter or whatever? What's this? Is it Carter Jordan?
Yeah, Carter.
Yes.
He called Carter somebody else. Like
What I call him?
Will?
Oh yeah.
Is that the other person
Who
on
was
the
the
show?
other
or
guy on the
something?
show? Yeah.
Yeah, he kept calling the Carter guy.
I was
Will.
drunk.
Yeah, he was. He had to. That was a lot of liquid courage to get things moving. So.
Oh, things
but
were moving.
I give him a lot of. I give him a lot
Things
of
were
props
moving.
for it. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Give him a lot of props.
So,
for
Hunter,
it.
you weren't able to make that show. Did you end up watching the Facebook stuff?
Oh, of course I did. Of course
He's
I did.
responsible
Entertaining
for
one.
98 of the 100 views.
Exactly, because I can't stop watching. I mean,
get it.
once you watch once,
You
like,
kind of want to.
I
Does
gotta
it
start-
really happen again?
yeah. And you know what? It ends up the same way each time, and I'm very pleased each
Slight
time.
chub every time.
Absolutely.
There we go.
I mean,
and I think that was the first time your father-in-law. You had met your father-in-law too. He was there at that, right?
Well, the first time I met him, but the first time he's met my gut. Let's leave it at that. Yeah.
and the rest of us.
what do you think?
He was pretty proud.
I mean,
hey.
how couldn't he be?
Right?
Is that the first time he called you
can't do
son?
much worse.
Yeah. You know,
It's like, at least I know what she got into.
Pretty much.
been married for 6 years. It's okay.
He's outgoing. That's the good thing, at least. He's not afraid to make a fool of himself.
No, he's not.
No.
I think
I
that's
don't
been
think
known.
any of us really are, though. I mean,
Oh, I am.
if it was ever a group competition, Pat would run the audio, and the rest of us would get up on stage and do what we had to do.
Pretty much.
That's right.
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
you go. That's how it works.
Yep.
That's what I do. I
If
run
there
the
was
equipment.
ever a Spice Girls competition, fucking we're in.
Absolutely.
Okay.
That's right.
Oh.
Brendan would be Scary Spice.
Mm.
Cowboy
Ooh.
would be Sporty Spice.
I know. My name
Yeah.
has never been referenced with a sport ever.
That's why.
I mean, I like your style. Then all right, deal.
Can I be ambiguously gay spice? It's a new
I
one.
think you
No,
are
they call
now,
that they call that all.
They call that
that
allspice.
That's allspice.
Nice.
He
Nice.
takes it all.
Wow.
I like your style.
Almost made him choke.
And on that note, I think we're done.
Yeah,
All right,
no
we're
kidding.
calling
I
tonight a
think
good.
we're about to the end of this, aren't we?
Are we?
Well, yeah. I mean, we
Yeah,
gotta-
but
we
I think
got a bit
that
to
I think
cut out.
that no, we don't because that reference was fantastic and we're done.
I think we end on that
We're going
regardless.
to end on Ciego Marranos Confesiones. See, y'all motherfuckers can't do that shit, right?
No,
You
not
are
at all.
correct.
Here's the thing.
Now he's
time
trying to
out,
go all
time out.
mariachi and shit on
He's
us.
been on his phone for the last 10 minutes. He's been Googling.
He's been
how to
Google
say that.
Translate.
Yeah, yeah.
It worked.
It wasn't even
Nice.
actually him. That was his phone.
That was Siri.
Man, she's got a better.
Yeah, she sounds good.
All right, guys. Well,
All right.
couple beers. Good show.
Looking forward to the fall
fall.
season, guys. Got a
Yeah.
lot going on. We may end up at a couple more festivals, apparently. I thought we were done, but we may not be. Who the fuck
festivals
knows?
continue.
Suckers.
Pumpkin festivals, and hell, you got Winterfest down the line too.
Yeah, that's
later in the year.
That's way down the line, though. And
Well,
it was
granted, but still.
January.
I think it's February.
We need distilleries to do motherfucking festivals.
Well,
That's what-
we might have some of those coming up.
We're,
There's new ones
uh,
opening up.
We're
and-
looking to get into Mogul.
Yeah.
I'll get into Mogul. That shit was good.
Yeah, that was really good.
That's
So,
what
yeah,
it
we-
is.
Cowboy doesn't even like gin, and that was good.
Yeah, that was,
Yeah, that was pretty
good.
impressive.
Like I said,
gin.
man, it wasn't gin, man. That was Mogul, and that's what fucking made it what it was.
It was good.
Really good
It
stuff.
was solid.
So, all right, folks. Well, thanks for listening, and tune in next time. Never know what might happen.
Asta.
Cheers.
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 There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. Dee-dum-bum-dee-doo-doo-dum. There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. Dee-dum-bum-dee-doo-doo-dum. My baby goes that night and stays till the morning comes. Dee-dum-dum-dum.